Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen Reacts, Liverpool Football Club, Thiago Alcantara, match made in heaven, Chris Pager, made up,
mate. I mean, of course we are. I mean, Thiago Alcantara is one of the best midfielders in world football and has been for a few years now. And Liverpool are going out and getting him for around about 27 million quid. Is it 20 million up front, 5 million in bonuses or something? So 25 million quid, sorry, 27 million euros or whatever. I mean, the 5 million in bonuses are just to protect Bayern if we win the Champions League again this year and they don't, essentially. And I'm sure if they win it, they'll keep they'll keep the money from the prizes and all that, and we don't give them 5 million quid. But I'm sure it'll be linked to Premier League win and all that type of stuff as well. And right now, those clauses mean a lot. You know, I think that's almost 5 million guaranteed, to be honest with you. So it's 25 million quid that we'll be spending because Thiago is going to keep us at the top of the tree.
What's interesting in this, I mean, look, the price is sensational.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, he'll be 29 this season, so he doesn't necessarily fit the mould. But when you consider, Oxlade-Chamberlain was coming into the last year of his contract when we signed him from Arsenal. It was the best part of 40 million we ended up paying for him, 35, 40 million. I mean, I know he had a lot, you know, he was much younger and what have you, but this for a player who is widely accepted as the best, if not the, certainly in the clutch of best midfielders on the planet, is just sensational.
Oh yeah, and like you say, in this transfer market as well, it just blows it out the water, really. I mean, he's a European champion, as you say. He's like regarded as one of the best in his position. He fits the Klopp system. He's a Bayern Munich player, which I know we've already touched on this morning. Just kind of makes it a little bit more salty, which is nice. Just like the price is, it's just brilliant. Like, it's such good business, and Liverpool have done this so many times now in terms of, you know, picking up players of real quality for, you know, really good prices. So I'm kind of not really that surprised.
Yeah. Do you know what? Sorry, Paul. Do you know what I've thought about since it was all broken and stuff like that is that if you have to improve our defence, or if you want to improve our defence, I think you have to spend 60, 70, 80 million quid to improve our defence, because there's one spot I think that you can improve there. I think all the others are the best in their position. I think the goalkeeper's the best in his position in the world. I think if you're trying to improve our forward line, good luck with that. But if you do, it's going to cost you in excess of £100 million for a player. This is the cheapest I think Liverpool can improve their team for.
Yeah, no,
is there anyone else that you can get for 25 million quid that improves our team?
It's very similar. Well, like we paid 25 million for Gini Wijnaldum.
Yeah, I think like if you wait maybe a year, you might get like Raul Jimenez. I don't know, as a kind of a competition for Firmino. It's probably the only one off the top of my head who I could think of real quality.
And what you're doing here, again, we talk about the proven quality thing, is you're not speculating. This is very, in some respects it's on Liverpool, but it's actually becoming less on Liverpool when there's, and this is the point about Alisson Becker. There's a value to going out and buying the best you can buy. So we did with Alisson Becker. We'd already done it with Virgil van Dijk as well. I don't think there's much, there's very little room for improvement in the front three. For that price, at that level of talent, I mean, I'm on Transfermarkt and they've got his valuation at like 43.2 million, and that will be based on the fact that he's got 1 year left on his contract. It's not outside the realms of possibility that a year ago, in the very same situation, you'd have needed to pay at least 40, 50 plus for the guy with 1 year left on his contract. What Liverpool have done there is, it doesn't necessarily fit with what we'd expect from him, but when the big criticism and the big obvious glaring thing, Emma, has been how do you strengthen when you're at the top? How do you maintain your place at the top?
Yep.
Liverpool haven't speculated here. Liverpool have literally gone straight to accumulating.
Yeah, absolutely. Like they've gone, as Chris said, where can we improve our starting 11? And there's only a few players probably in the world that you could do that with, and he is one of them. And that is exactly what Klopp's done. He's gone, I'm only fishing for the best. I'm not bothered about, you know, just dipping into the transfer market for the sake of it. And he said this week in, week out in press conferences when people on Twitter on their keyboards saying sign somebody, and he's like, I don't need to sign somebody. I'm signing the person, and that is it. You know, and he's done that from day one. He's only signed people who he thinks can genuinely improve the squad. He's not just in it for, let's bring in a couple of players, see how they get on, add a bit of competition. No, it's, I know this player is going to do well for my football club, so I'm going to go and sign him.
He learned from his early mistakes there. Carrius, I'm looking at you, mate. That was how he was going to approach transfer window.
And it's options. There's different options. We were discussing earlier about all the different formations that you can play, the rotation that we've now got in midfield, which obviously, we've had that depth, but we haven't quite had the rotation in terms of the way we play the football through the midfield. So bringing in Thiago, we've now got that. Klopp can look at new ideas in terms of the way that you can link up that play between midfield and the front line.